What's up, everybody? So we got a brand new entry in the Child's Play franchise. There is a catch, though. It's not a sequel to the past 7 films. Nope, we got ourselves a brand spanking all-new remake on our hands. Another horror remake. They never stop coming. Yeah, man, our favorite little killer doll, Chucky, is back on the big screen after 15 long years in an all-new adventure. So let's open this review up and see what we're dealing with. Which, by the way, folks who have seen the movie are going to understand that reference. Anyways, I'm proud to say that I had a great time watching this movie. I loved it. It was great. You know, it was so refreshing because honestly, going into this movie, I was a little bit weary because I knew they did a complete 180 deviation from the original film. You know, like Chucky basically has an entirely new backstory in this movie. You know, and that's one thing I always loved about the original films was that Chucky was a serial killer, Charles Lee Ray, who had put his soul inside the doll and was basically killing to find a new body. But, you know, in this film, they dropped that entirely, and they made him just a normal robotic doll who gets tinkered with and basically begins a killing spree, all to protect his beloved Andy. And honestly, I liked the new spin on it. I thought it worked. You know, I found myself enjoying where Chucky's backstory was going, and I really liked how they incorporated him into the times of modern technology. You know, it made it a little bit more frightening and believable how this doll could hack his way into cars, TVs, and phones, and anything electronic, basically. So, yeah, I thought it worked, man. And another thing is, this movie was hilarious, too. You know, it had a perfect blend of comedy to go alongside the gore. You know, the humor wasn't eye-rolling and overdone and disgusting and just ridiculous like the abomination that was Seed of Chucky. This humor was a little bit quirky, it was relatable, and it was really well placed in my opinion. I had a really great time, a lot of great laughs. And speaking of the kills were excellent, so much gore, and it was very well crafted, very well shot. It wasn't horrible special effects, it was very well done. You know, and there's one character in particular that was just asking to be killed. This motherfucker was just begging to be killed. You know, so when that shit happened, the payoff was it was everything that I wanted it to be. And another thing is I also really liked the blend of CGI and practical effects used to create the Chucky doll. I know his redesign got a lot of backlash, but I thought it worked, man, and it kind of grew on me as the film went on. Sure, it's not the same. It looks a little weird, but it works, man, for what it is nowadays. But anyways, let's close out this review with the acting. You know, I thought everyone was on their A game in this movie. Aubrey Plaza was fantastic. She had some really great moments. Gabriel Bateman was solid. I thought he hit a home run, carrying this film basically as Andy Barkley. Brian Tyree Henry, you deserve a shout out, my dude. He was another great casting choice who had great comedic chops. And as well as his mother, the character's mother, played hilariously by Carlise Burke. Thought it was great. And of course, last but not least, Mark Hamill as the voice of Chucky. Look, sure, Brad Dourif will always be the OG Chucky in my mind, and he's got a special place in the Horror Hall of Fame, but I think Mark Hamill was able to put his claim on it, you know, by delivering a beautiful, twisted, and chilling performance. I loved it. I thought he did a fantastic job. But yeah, overall, Child's Play was a great film. I really enjoyed the shit out of it. We had such a great time in the theater. And I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10, and I highly recommend going to see this. You know, I think there's a lot of fun to be had, and I really wouldn't mind seeing a sequel getting greenlit, you know, sometime in the near future. So, yeah, man, until then, grab your best buddies and head to the theater and check this fucking movie out, man. It's good. We're out.
Be sure to follow the podcast on Twitter and Instagram @The Indie Rundown, and like our Facebook page, The Indie Rundown Podcast.